Hey, this is Abrahm with BSA Bushcraft, and I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I've had a lot of requests or people asking on what I carry, like gear-wise, so I thought I would, in this video, take a quick look at what I carry. And what I usually take out in the woods is a haversack. That's what I usually take out in just a scout or something like that, just going out for the day, practicing some skills, honing them, and just stuff like that. I always take my haversack. I don't lug around a big backpack unless I plan on being out 2-3 days a weekend or whatever. In this haversack, the contents, I could probably easily go a couple days with what I have in here. And keep in mind, in this haversack, the gear I have is based around the 5 C's, Dave Canterbury's 5 C's. The reason is because it works. That it's a really well thought out list of items, and it works. It will keep you alive, so keep that in mind when you're when I'm going through this. And I had a lot of requests, so I figured I would just show you guys what I carry in my haversack. I decided to move to a different location here. I have my raised bed at my base camp. The reason I decided to do that was so I have a nice area to put my gear in my haversack, the components of it, what I have in here, so you guys can definitely see easily what I have. And I'll do a close-up to show you guys exactly what I have in this kit. So let's first talk about what I have around my neck right now. It's a huge piece of 100% cotton material. That's all it is, and camouflage. And I like to have it around my neck because I can soak this and it will keep my neck cool. And a reminder, all this stuff here is for summer. The temperatures when it gets really hot and cool at night, you need to keep that all in mind. If it was a winter environment, or that season it was winter, this would look different. So this is all for probably spring and summer, but it's geared towards summer. So I could soak this and put it around my neck to stay cool, keep my body core and temperature where it needs to be. I could use this as a filter device, not to purify the water, just to get the floaties and all that stuff out of it. Keep that in mind. Also, I can make char with it because it's 100% cotton. There's a ton of uses for this. I can put it around my neck, and if I'm sweating, I can wipe the sweat off my brow, whatever. Also, I can throw this up and over for sun protection up against my neck. And I also have a hat on, so it's keeping the sun off me really good. But if I flip this around, it's twisted up right now, but we'll fix that. I could flip it around and put it up like this to keep the sun off me in all directions. It may not look the greatest, but if you got to keep the sun off of you, it's really, really good for that. So it's got a ton of uses just for this piece that I wear over my neck. So if you guys have a shamog or something like that, I'm going to get one that's actually a mesh. It's a net. Dave's got one of them, Dave Canterbury. I think it's a great idea because you can use it as a gill net or whatever you need to. So we'll just put that right there. That's my first thing. My knife is an LT Wright handcrafted knives, GNS and Scandi grind. A lot of people ask me, so that is the knife I carry. And keep in mind, all of this stuff is revolved around the 5 C's. Dave Canterbury's 5 C's. You know why? Because it works. If I had to stay out a couple nights, if I got stuck out, this is just a scout kit, I could easily do it. You can go 3 weeks without food and 3 days without water. So, and I've got plenty of resources to do that if I had to. So the first one was a cutting tool, and I also have a few redundancies in this kit for cutting tools, but that's the first C. Let's talk. This haversack here is a Hidden Woodsman, Malcolm Cordier. He had a contest and I won this, and he did a special edition for it. I really like it. It's top-notch quality, guys. Really good buckles. He's got his patch up there. He said that was special for this. And also, on the back, it's got an area where you can put an axe or a tomahawk. It's a great idea. Really, it's like triple stitched. It's awesome. It's an awesome job by Malcolm. But personally, I'm not a fan of this. I haven't had it that long, but it doesn't ride comfortable with me. But I see a lot of people really do like it, and it's a really cool feature. It just doesn't ride comfortably on me. That's my personal preference. Another haversack you can get is an oilskin one from the Pathfinder store, Self-Reliance Outfitters. That is awesome. I still have to get myself one, but those are sweet. These have got two really good buckles, really sturdy buckles, and I'll flip it open. So we've got one of the C's right now. We'll go with another one. This is a 32-ounce water bottle, Pathfinder water bottle with a nesting cup. There's the container. There's two C's. I can make char in this, which is multifunctional, which is pretty sweet. I can make tea in a small cup. It's got two nice handles. You can carry fire in this if you have to. There's a lot of uses just for this here, as well as just boiling water and carrying water. So keep that, and we'll keep that up there. That's really cool if I can get it steady. So there's two C's out of the way. We'll go with my fire kit. This is just another bag Malcolm makes. I believe it's called I don't know what it's called. Just look on his website. I'll put a link to it, thehiddenwoodsman.com. This is combustion. This is the third C. There's three C's out of the way. I've got a big lighter in here, a magnifying glass. What else do I have in here? A ferro rod, fat wood, jute twine, cattail fluff, excuse me. All kinds of stuff in this little bag for fire. So I've got multiple ways to start a fire, and so I'm not under the bus if I'm in a survival situation. I have plenty of ways to start a fire. Also, I have a large ferrocerium rod right here. So that's always good to have. And then I have another ferrocerium rod in my fire kit. So those are all good things to have. Remember, guys, 2 is 1, 1 is none. So you want 2 ferro rods, all 2 big lighters, whatever. I always carry one in my pocket, a big lighter. So just in case I would lose this haversack, I still have other means of starting a fire. Continuing on fire, I have a char tin. This is just some kind of candy tin that I had, but I made it into a char tin. I've got some horsehoof fungus in here that Larry Roberts, my good friend at the Pathfinder Gathering, sent me. Thank you, Larry. I really appreciate it. I've got my flint and steel set, some cotton material, and lamp wick in there. And I can find punk wood out here if I have to char. And then I have this cotton material. I've got a ton of ways to start a fire, again, on combustion. I have another redundant cutting tool, a Jeff White Sloyd knife. I won this at the gathering. It was a drawing at the end. They just gave away a whole bunch of cool gear, and I won this knife. It's an awesome knife. Definitely check it out. It's called the Jeff White Sloyd knife in a Pathfinder sheath. So there's just another one on the cutting tool. Cordage. That's another C. The 5 C's. This is 36 bank line, tarred Mariner's bank line. It's got some steel wool in the middle of it. This is just all around great cordage. You can lash tripods, like back there I lashed that one with it. It's tarred, so it binds very well. I have some more cotton material here, and I've got 4 sticks of fat wood wrapped in it. And then leather lace tied around it. I've got some Jamie Burleigh's all natural bug shot, and these flies are killing me right now, so I may just put some on and see what it does. You can get it from them. I'll put a link in the description to check this stuff out. It's awesome. I'm going to put some on in just a minute, and we're going to see if it keeps these dang flies away, because they're swarming around me horribly. So I've got some bug spray. The flies were swarming very bad. A second ago, I put some of this all-natural bug shot. Again, this is Jamie Burleigh's. He's the lead instructor at the Pathfinder School. I love hanging out with him. He's an awesome guy. This is his product. And these flies are swarming me, or were swarming me. Now they're staying off me. They're still around me, but the stuff, they're not landing on me anymore. They're still coming around me, but they're not landing on me, and they're not biting me or whatever. And that's really cool, and the mosquitoes are leaving me alone also. So I would definitely check this out. I'll put a link in the description where you guys can check that out. And I also keep that in my haversack in the summer months. There's only a couple things left in my haversack on what I carry. I have a Baco Laplander saw. nether cutting tool. It's redundant, but it's great to have. Doesn't take much room up at all in my haversack, and it's an all-around great product. I do, in this front compartment right here, excuse me, I do have the lid to my 32-ounce water bottle cook set with the nesting cup. This is the lid to the nesting cup. It's right there. And the last thing I have in here, I believe, yep, it's the last thing I have in here. It is an SOL, Survive Outdoors Longer. That's what it stands for, Emergency Space Blanket. This is an emergency shelter. This is, if I had to stay out overnight, I would be able to survive with this. It's 5x7. Inside I've got two 55-gallon drum liners, 4 ABS plastic stakes, and a ridgeline 550 paracord. Got 25 foot of it, I believe. And then got some bank line around this with the Canadian jam knot securing it. And that would act as my pressing loop on my shelter, which I've showed you guys before. So right there, that's all that I have in my haversack. It's very simple. This is the last C, which is the shelter. I'll go over the C's right now with you guys. We'll start with the cutting tools. The first C is cutting tool. I have Jeff White knife, Bucko Laplander saw, and then my knife on my side. The next C is combustion. I have my fire kit, a char tin, and then I have some fat wood in there. And then I have my container, which is my nesting cup and my 32-ounce water bottle with a lid. I have my cordage, 36 bank line, number 36 bank line. And then I have my cover. And I do have a few redundancies in here, which is going into the 10Cs. Dave Canterbury's 10Cs, I have some cotton material. I have actually two things of cotton material. If I had to, I could fit my headlamp in here or my compass. Usually I would carry my compass around my neck or whatever if I'd have to be using it for quick access. So right there, and then I have the bug shot because it's summertime. So that's all I carry in my haversack, the Hidden Woodsman haversack. It's very simple, guys. That's all the gear I carry out in the woods. I could easily survive comfortably for 2 or 3 days, no doubt. If I was in an area not like this with a camp, I could easily make one with this as a shelter, and it's 5x7 and it fits me good. I'm only probably 5'3", so I'm not tall at all. So it fits me well. You could also put different kind of tarp in here. It would fit if you could roll it up like that. And that's all I carry in my haversack or when I'm out scouting. It's a very simple kit. It's got the 5 C's in it, and there's really not much more to say about it. All I can say, it really works very well. When it comes to packing my Haversack Kit back up, my components is very simple. There's nothing in it right now. What I'll first do is take my shelter, put it down in here, just like that. I'll take my lid and put it in this pouch. Also, I could put my journal. I sometimes do that. I'll put a journal down in here, take notes. Then what I'll do is I'll put my container, my 32-ounce water bottle nesting cup right there, sitting there upright so it won't leak. This does not leak at all, but just in case, I don't want it sitting sideways to get my components all wet. Then I'll just put my cotton material right down in there. I'll put my saw down in the side here. Very simple to do. And again, this cook set, or this 32-ounce water bottle, it's got a nice rubber seal, so it's not going to leak. I just want to get that to you guys. It doesn't leak. I've had a lot of field time with it, and it's a great set. What I'll do next is I'll set the bug shot, all natural bug shot, set it right down in there, put my knife, set it down to the side here. Then I'll put my char tin there, put my bank line there, put my fire kit right there. Then it's got these nice things to make sure everything stays nice on this haversack. Flip it up, get my snaps, buckle it down, make sure everything's nice and tidy. set it right there, and I would take this, my material, and throw it right over, and I would throw it on my shoulder, put this over my neck, and I'd be set to go. This is a really nice setup. I really enjoy it. Lightweight, very high quality gear that I think works. I've tested it out in the field. I've had a lot of practice with it, and I think it's a really good setup. Overall, I've probably been using it, well, I've just got this Haversack, so probably a month or so, and I really like this setup on what I've had the experience with it so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on what I carry in my Haversack. It, like I said, it's revolved around Dave Canterbury's 5 C's. The reason is because it works. If I got stuck out a few nights, I could easily survive. I would probably be smoothing it because the gear I have in here is made to last a couple of days. I'm not gonna be smoothing it for a week, but if I had to, I'm sure I could. As long as the conditions were right. If it's summer and you need to always remember when you're building a kit like this, think of the season you're in. If you're in winter, this is gonna be different. This is not gonna be the same type of kit. I'm not gonna have the bug spray. I would have a lot of different things. I may actually put an axe in this, or on the side of it, because in the winter I'm going to need to process more wood for a fire, larger fire to keep me warm. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, if you want to send me a video on a Haversack video that you did, or a picture, or whatever, I'll put a link in the description to all the people I mentioned in this. Jamie Burleigh, Malcolm, the Hidden Woodsman. I'll put a link to all of them. They're both great guys. Like I said, just let me know if you make a video on this. I would love to watch it. I appreciate all your likes, comments, support, your subscriptions, all of it. I appreciate it all. I'm not going to be able to answer all the comments and stuff because school just started, but I read them all, I promise. Again, thanks for watching, guys. I'll get a video out as soon as I can, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.